Hey everybody, it's Catrice from When Models Talk. So today we have an amazing live, but before we get to the live, let me get into where you can find old episodes of When Models Talk. We have YouTube, Models Like Me, where you can get all episodes of When Models Talk. Also, you can check out the podcast, Spotify, Anchor, Pocket Cast, Google Podcast, Overcast, Breaker, Pocket Cast, I said that, Podcast, and Radiocast. Also, Facebook, there are some episodes on my page, which is Catrice Belly. And of course, Instagram on Models Like Me or Real K Belly. Before we get started, before our special guest comes on in, which I'm excited about, let's just debrief. How was everyone's day? How was your day? Because mine was, this rain has it it's like you need a boost because the rain has you down, tired. Some people's bodies are aching because of the rain. How some people get, their body starts to ache like their bones if they had surgery. Hello. Just different. It's just the rain. It just has everyone I wanted to take a nap or go up in a blanket, watch a movie and chill. So I gotta get up because that's how I felt today. And on top of that, working with my kids being home for school, that's been a lot too. So how was everybody's day? I pray that everybody's doing well, keeping safe. And in the meantime, let me check out my I don't know who pictures this is, but let me check out and see where my guest is so that we can get started with our When Models Talk episode 19. Yes, 19. I've been doing this for 19 episodes. How was everybody's day? I know the election's coming up soon. Don't forget to vote if you have not done it yet. I did it Monday. No, I'm lying. Tuesday. Tuesday I went to go vote. It was very easy. So, y'all, it's easy. For people who feel like it's a lot to do, if you want to vote early, vote early. If you can't be at the polls the day of because some people may have anxiety or whatever it is when it pertains to corona, all you got to do is just drop it off now. They have, let me see. Okay. They send you in the mail the locations of the official election ballot drop box locations, y'all. So, in that, find the location that's closest to you. You can drop it off at any location. Somebody asked me when I was there, a guy asked me, he was like, I live in another county, can I drop it off here? I was like, of course. You can drop it off whenever you want to drop it off. So, it's so easy to do. Don't feel pressure that, oh my gosh. But no, it needs to get in, ASAP. But, yeah, everybody, I don't know how far you got up until to drop it off at the drop box, though. So, but it's easy. You can pull up in your car. You don't even need to get out. You just roll up in your car. Most likely it's in front of a municipal building, whatever your county municipal building is. And just roll up, drop it off real quick. And if somebody else can't get there, but you can get there, and your schedules don't coincide, drop off that ballot too. Drop it off. Don't do nothing extra. Just drop it off. Don't open up the ballot to see who they voted for. Ask them. Drop it off. We don't need anything tampered with. But yes, everyone, please get out there and vote because it's crucial right now. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on in Philly right now. I don't know what's going on in Philly, y'all, but it's a lot going on. And I pray for everybody, especially those who live in Philly and everything that's going on, just people in general, because you watch it. I actually watched the video of the young man getting shot who had a mental disability, I believe being bipolar. And he's a black man. And they shot him in I wasn't going to talk about this day. I didn't even think about it. But my whole thing during that time was, as I'm watching the video, first of all, I knew they was going to shoot him, number one. I just knew it. I didn't even know what was going on. And then on top of that, I'm in my head like, y'all, where's the taser? Where is the taser? Pull out the taser. The cops were just as scared. He's walking around with a knife in his hand. But you got to understand, I've been in the the field with individuals who have mental disabilities for a very long time. I did that for 8 years before I, even while modeling. I did that. I worked as a residential aide, and I helped take care of people with mental disabilities. It is not a joke. It is serious. And there's a certain way you handle people who are having a crisis at that time. It's a certain way you do it. So those officers definitely were not trained properly to get that job done and being at that location. They should have somebody. First of all, when I was working in that field, we called crisis. First of all, the staff was trained in order to be able to help somebody. Hey, Shelly Shell. The staff was definitely trained in order to help someone who had a mental disability, number one. So we knew how to handle them before the cops even came. But now, you had officers that did not have the skills and ability to know what to do in that situation. And it saddens me because I watched it, and I was like, and I don't like watching that type of stuff. I do not like watching that because, especially when you see black people, because I'm like, it's going to happen again. So I pray for Philly. I pray for everybody in Pennsylvania. I pray for everybody all over the world, because they're watching this and they're seeing everything that's going on. Another black person getting killed. It's crazy. They should have handled that completely different. And like I said, in my head, the only thing I could think of watching that video was, where's the freaking taser? Why can't y'all tase them? So I don't know what's going to happen next. I know it's just been a lot of vandalism, a lot of protesting, a lot of stuff going on. And I'm just praying for everybody's safety. People have been injured. I watched it on the news the other day, like the day after. Matter of fact, no, I've been 2 days after, because I really didn't know what's going on. Watched it 2 days after, and then I saw the news, and I was like, oh my gosh, where did I be in a bubble, y'all? I be in a bubble. I don't know what's going on half the time, because I have so much going on in my life that I don't even watch the news. So, but I pray for everybody, and I just I pray for everybody. That's all I can say. It's too much. It is way too much going on with COVID and people getting shot just on the regular. On the regular. People need, and they still have to properly train these cops. I don't understand. We've been talking about this for a long time, y'all. I don't understand why the cops are not properly trained for situations. Not just pulling over people, but properly training them so they're not scared. These cops are, I'm looking at the video, I was like, he's scared. They're all scared. And all they knew what to do was just shoot. So they go back to their old tactics, their old ways of doing things. Why? Why go back to the way that you're not supposed to do it when you could just think of a different way? What if you haven't had a child that had a disability? I have a child that has a disability. One of my worst fears, that's why I prep him now. Because even watching that made me scared for my son. My son has a mild form of autism. And it scares me to sit there and think about when he gets older and he don't understand everything. You try to explain certain things to him, he don't get it. So me watching that's me looking like, oh my gosh, what if that was my child? What if that was him out there not understanding what's going on? And a cop just showed up. He's like, well, what did I do? Don't even know how to hold his hands. And all of a sudden, boom, he's gone. Like, I would be devastated. Y'all be like, Catrice done lost her mind. Because I ain't going to even get into it. I'm not going to even think about it. But just think about if it was your child. So, let me get off this topic. Because I can go on and on about it. And I don't even know every single thing. But let me welcome my guest, because she's ready to come on in. And we can get started with our interview. Hey, girl, you look so cute. Hey. How's it going? What's your purple in the back? That's purple.
It's actually pink. It changes colors. But
okay.
I told you, and I'm moving on Sunday, so
yeah,
this is my best spot right here. Like, it's usually perfect. I'm not taking this bed. I'm gonna miss this lighting for sure. But
it's gonna be alright. That's why your new place is gonna be even better. So you
Yeah,
like the old place? Forget about that. You know, the new place is popping.
yeah, it's gonna be a more mature,
Yes.
Cool. Get the pink.
Well,
I love pink, but you know.
well, let me introduce you real quick. So everyone, this is Catie Whalen. Catie is a dancer, entrepreneur, artist, fashion, beauty, and runway model. She walked the runways in New York Fashion Week, has done ad campaigns for Spencer's, Spirit of Halloween, Voice Camuto. Did I say that right? Did I say that right? Vince Camuto. Why I get voice?
Vince Camuto. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Vince Camuto. I'm sorry, Vince Camuto. Ulta, L'Oreal, and she has been on the cover and spread of Elegant magazine, Beauty for Cosmetics. Why am I saying cosmetics? Girl, what's going on? You know what? I'm just thirsty. I need something to drink.
I'll probably be thirsty after this. Oh, wait. Let me get my water. Okay.
And she's done music videos with Madonna and so much more. She is signed to MSA Agency, Wilhelmina Models New York, and EWH Management. Everyone help me welcome Catie Whalen. Thank you. So, I'm excited to have you on so we can talk about what you know, the topics that when I say them, when we get into it.
Yeah.
Yes. So, for a quick
icebreaker,
icebreaker.
Say
that again?
I have a ring light and it hurts my eyes sometimes.
Girl, I still need to get a ring light, but my lighting's pretty good right now. It's
I
maybe
got this
so dark
free.
outside.
I got this for free when I did a quarantine photo shoot, video promo for Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon Prime, and they sent us like all this stuff. They sent us a ring light, a camera, a backdrop, free Laducas, which is a really really expensive and high quality shoe for dancers, and Capizio attire. Yeah, it was awesome. But now I have a free ring light, so.
Well, were you able to keep all the other stuff?
Yeah.
That's the type of job I want. Well, I can keep everything.
Not always like that, but
I know certain things you can keep, certain things you can't. You be like, ooh, can I? But I really want that. No, you can't have it. So, as a quick icebreaker, I have a couple questions from the game called Mentally Stimulate Me from Derek Jackson. This is what the cards look like. I don't feel like taking out the box. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It looks similar. So, you can answer A, B, C, or D, or just make up your own answer. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A girl asks her bae for $27.40. He gives her exact change. What does that mean? A, he's broke and she needs to find someone else who'll spoil her. B, he's nice. He didn't have to give her a dime. C, he's a pushover. D, he has a thing for gold diggers. $27.40 ain't gold digging nothing.
Well, that's an interesting question. I mean, for example, like with my boyfriend, if he like owes me money, it's not really even like that. Like I'm not like that. But if we decide we're splitting something, I'm like, hey, you owe me this amount of money, he'll just send me that. Like, and it's not a big deal. Like the exact amount, which I'm fine with. Like, I'm not into all that. Like, you should have gave me more. I'll work for it myself. Like, I don't need that.
Yes. So, none of these answers.
No.
We made up our own. Okay, so next question. You and your partner are cuddling up on their couch. Okay. His mom bursts in with the key and without speaking starts cooking. What do you do? A, nothing. B, look at your boo for an explanation. C, plan your exit because things just got awkward. D, ask them to speak in private immediately.
Well, my response now would be to do nothing because I've been dating my boyfriend, his name's Brandon, for over 6 years. So I don't think, like, I'm really close with his mom. Maybe if it was like the beginning of the relationship, I would have been like, if we were supposed to be alone and then that happened, I'd be like, what the heck? But it's just not like that anymore.
I think knowing me, I would have got up and like, Mom, what you cooking? Let's cook.
Oh wait, is it you? Are you asking if it was my mom, or his mom?
His mom.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm like,
yeah.
Mom, what you
These
cooking?
days I would just go be like, what's going on? Like, I don't know, I wouldn't make a big deal about it.
Yeah, it's his mom. Now, if it happens, if we doing other things, and then she just popped out, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Give me a minute. I'm like, now you come on.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Tell Mama she got called first.
Yeah. Well, Brandon's mom's really good with that because she'll text him from the other room to make sure it's okay to come in. But she's like, I'm gonna give y'all privacy. So that's not gonna be an issue anymore unless there's like family things where we're having family get together and we stay over one of our parents' houses.
So last question. A couple's move in together. Who should pay the rent? A, the guy, no questions asked. B, 50-50 split, same with all the bills. C, the guy should pay as much as he can and she should handle what's left. D, it doesn't matter, so as long as the bills get paid.
Was B the one 50-50?
Yeah.
Yeah, I say that.
I agree with that.
And I kind of say C too because it just, if it did happen where one of us had to help a little bit more, that's totally fine. But I think in this situation, it's while we're both on our own for the first time, and I'm not one to like it's great if somebody has someone to like rely on like financially like fully, and I'm sure that like Brandon could do that for me, but I don't want that. Like, I want to provide for myself as well. Yeah. And never really have to ever rely on anyone unless I need to. So within this situation, we're splitting it. And I mean, like, sometimes it's like, oh, I'll take you out tonight, I'll take you out, like, and one person will pay for this and that, but we've agreed we're doing 50-50. And that's just for now. Like, who knows, change in the future depending on, like, whose income is higher.
Look, being with somebody for 6 years, look, it's our money.
Well, yeah,
so I mean, we go out. If you're purchasing something or if you're paying for dinner, either I'm gonna pay for it, you're gonna pay for it. But we've been together long enough. It's not like it's new. It's different if it's new. If it's a brand new relationship.
Yeah, I mean, we've agreed that sometimes it depends on what we're doing, but we kind of split things right now just to make it a little bit easier in our own personal bank account.
I agree because I've been in situations where I lived with the person I was with, and it was a lot having to take on for one person to take on all the bills. It's a lot. And me, I always say, if you got 2 hands and you got feet and everything works, there is no reason for both of us not to be getting money.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just me. I told my kids, as soon as they're old enough to get a job, guess what? You're helping.
Exactly.
And it's not that I even need their help. It's the principle. I want to teach them something about responsibility. So,
yeah, even if I'm like, which I want to be really successful, but when I'm really successful, I will still have my children do some form of job or something.
You got to teach them hard work. You got to, because if not, they're going to think everything comes easy. I ain't got to lift a finger. Mama got it. And we ain't got time for that.
No.
Because they're going to expect it from the person, the next person and the next person. So if you do everything for them, then guess what? They're going to expect their woman to do everything for them. Because they're like, my mom does it.
Oh, no.
I'm like, who's doing that? My boys know. They be like, Mom ain't doing it. She ain't doing it.
That's so funny. But it would be like, I'd probably be the bad cop for sure. Like, I'm nice, but don't push it.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's get into these topics. All right. The topics are dance and modeling, auditioning, getting out of the box, goals and branding, relationships, and law of attraction. We may not get to every little thing, but I feel like throughout the conversation, we're going to touch on about everything, but not,
Yeah, I feel like when there's one topic, I don't know if it's like my creative mind, but I just like go like this in a conversation. I'm like the worst with telling stories too.
It's fine. Well, you about to tell a story now. So, so first thing is, how did you become a dancer? And when I say dancer, y'all, what's the proper word to say as far as being a dancer? Because somebody could mean a different type of dancer.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Performer, talent,
okay,
entertainment, professional.
Performer in entertainment?
I mean, I just say I'm a dancer, but like if somebody asks specifically, I'm trained technically in ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop, all that stuff. So no, I am not a stripper. That's what. No.
Because girl, they'll think it. And I'll be like, no, she's not. Where you hear that from? Well, you said dancer. There's other type of dancers.
I know.
Okay. So how did you get into dancing, though? How did that happen?
Well, it's sort of in my blood, I guess you could say. My mom grew up dancing.
Okay.
In the original cast of 42nd Street on Broadway. So she did that and music videos for Duran Duran, danced with Paula Abdul for a job, different things like that. Was in 17 magazine because she got her show when she was 16 or 17. So yeah, imagine me at 16 being like, I gotta get a Broadway show. Like, what's going on? Like, my mom got it. Happening. But then I learned like everyone's life and path is different. So yeah, that's kind of how I started dancing. My mom put me in dance class. I was her first child, and then there's my sister. So she got into dance too, and then just danced my whole life. Got into competition, found that I was really good at it, and it's a huge passion of mine. So I just wanted to continue it, and I got signed with McDonald Celtic Associates, MSA, when I was like, I think 13-ish. I got scouted at a dance competition. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good because not many. You said at age 13 you got scouted.
It's an estimate. I want to say 13.
Okay.
It's around there. I can't remember. I would have to look back in the contracts from years and years ago.
Yes. Well, that's good that you got scouted. So obviously they saw something in you that was just like, hold on, wait a minute. We can work with this.
Yeah.
Because side note. So, girl, I got rhythm, right? When it comes to dancing, just a little, you know. I got more in the house by myself. But so I'm sitting there, and I always, when I see dancers dance, and then you know how you go to auditions and everything, and y'all are in like a group, and everybody's doing the same movement, or you know, dance to the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want to do that. I want to go to a dance class. I want to be a part of the environment.
Yeah.
And do all that. I need to learn some dance moves anyway, because my sister says, she's like, no.
No,
but I think it's so cool when I see that.
Thank you.
I was like, I gotta go. I was like, I'm gonna go with Catie one day.
No, yeah, for sure.
And
Especially
be
when
there
studios
and act
open
like I
back
know what I'm doing.
up.
Say that again.
Especially when studios open back up in New York, in the city. There's classes that like all ages, well, not all ages because there's sometimes 18 and up, but 18 and up classes, all levels you can take it, and it's New York, you know, like anything goes.
Yeah.
So you could take it.
But question, do they have anything in Jersey?
I have a friend. Shout out to my friend Melanie. She has a dance program. It's called Move with Mel. So for everyone who's wondering, that's a new dance program my friend opened up in Jersey. It's I think it's East Brunswick. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, there's like studios around here where I grew up. I grew up dancing at the dance academy, which is amazing. But when I was 18, I graduated from high school as well as graduating from my dance studio, which usually happens at most like hometown dance studios. So I could go back and take class like I did, but it's just not really like that. I wish maybe one day, who knows, maybe I'll make that happen.
Hey, have you ever thought about doing your own dance classes, like creating your own business doing it? Since you have so much experience?
You know, you'd think that I would, but I think one day I want to, low key, my sister and I are creating a brand. Not going to release any information because we're still working on it, but one day that would have dance incorporated in it in some form, whether we would teach it or have other people teach it. I just I watched a lot of dance studio owners when I was growing up and this, if this is your passion, amazing, and this is what you aspire to do when you grow up, great. Like, but I want to do a lot of other things as well, so I don't want to be, I guess, necessarily tied down to one place, you know. Maybe I'd open something and have someone run it for me, but I don't see myself having me being there all the time, you know. But who knows? Maybe something will happen, because I've learned that I do like to make up my own little dances and combinations now that there's no dance classes. I'll take stuff online as far as dance classes, but sometimes I might like a new song that's out and just want to play around with it. So I've been making stuff to like in heels and
well, there's a lot of different ways to do it now, considering with social media and how they have just an online presence of people doing their stuff that way. Like Zooms and through Zooms and everything else. So you never know. You never know.
There's like a whole tutorial that someone did teaching dance class over Zoom, like how to have the right lighting and answering questions for your students. Like, oh my gosh, I think it was Dana Wilson. She did that. It was incredible. I don't think I'd get that into detail with it.
Okay, like see, I
would have the right light, and that's about it.
Exactly. I like to make my life a whole lot easier by keeping it very simple when it comes to certain things. Because knowing that I want to do so many things, I really try to take my time and focus on certain things so that I'm not overwhelming myself and getting frustrated. So you got into dancing by your mom. Props to moms for introducing you to dance, because she used to be a dancer as well. And your sister does it also. Tell your sister I said hi. And
she's in the other room. And you said they have a meeting after this for our grant.
Okay. And you said you have done training for ballet, hip hop, jazz, lyrical, and tap. Is there anything else that I missed?
I guess contemporary, but
Okay.
contemporary can be your own version of it, you know, like it's a mixture of jazz and lyrical and modern.
So my next question is,
and heels. I don't know if you mentioned that, but that's like my
heels?
main heels, like street heels that
You
you
know,
would wear to the club or something.
you just gonna have to teach me how to dance.
Okay, we'll have our next
Yeah.
live. We'll have
We're gonna have, look, I had a time where my cousin tried to teach me how to dance. Like, I think we were like maybe 12, maybe 10. I don't even know. Me could have been 9. I don't know. But we were real young. And she was trying to teach us how to dance. Girl, when I say I could not get it, I could not get it. She was like, oh my gosh. Wow. I just couldn't get the steps.
I feel like some classes are a lot harder, but you wear heels. You're a model, so you can walk in heels. So I feel like the classes that I will probably start teaching will be in heels. So we'll start with like a warm up, and then we'll put on our heels, and then we'll walk like across the room, which is what I was taught in heels class. And you learn like how to do walk properly, turned out, like move your hips a certain way, like shoulder back, like things like that. And then you like build up from there and get into the combination. So it would be a little bit more simple for people who can do all the crazy technique and stuff, which is fine because sometimes it's very simple.
Let me know when y'all decide whatever y'all plan on doing. If that's involved, that, you know, just let me know so I can be a part of it. Yeah. Because just don't get frustrated with me because I'm not getting.
No. I would have.
I'm like, just give me a minute. Like, I'm gonna catch up. I'm like, I'm gonna catch up. You give me a minute.
That's the whole point of teaching a class. You help.
So how does dance help with modeling?
I would say it gives you confidence. Definitely gave me a lot of confidence being on stage. I think that first, well, I started obviously when I was 2 years old. Being on stage gives you things to do with your face. I don't know, like personality. You can just turn it on. Like, for example, when you're behind the camera, like modeling, and a different movement you can give the photographer. Like, I know when I work with photographers who don't always work with dancers, they really like the fact that I can move and give them different options. Get a more exaggerated shot if they want something like my leg like up here. I don't know, my leg up here. You know, back in the day I could put it like that there, but who knows, I might have to stretch for a little bit.
Yeah, because even with like modeling, as I like watch y'all do your thing when it comes to movement and everything else, I'll be like, I wish my mom would have got me into dancing or something. Because even when I was working with Ellen, that's one of the things she asked me. She was like, did you take any dance classes? Do you know anything about movement? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, I recommend that you take a dance class too, because it will help you in front of the camera, and it will help you just all around pertaining to modeling.
Yeah, I never took a dance class. Different, not a bit different. It's a lot different. Like, it depends on the photographer. It also depends on what you're shooting for. Because a lot of the times when I first started modeling, and Ellen did help me a lot with this, and I also learned when I would work with different photographers, different brands, what they wanted. You have to remember what they want, what their style or their vibe is, and then like tailor to that, but like put a little bit of your own twist or own style to it. But what I mean is that with dance, like some photographers will want me to literally do a dance that I have in my mind, or just improv. And they'll just keep snapping the camera. But those are the ones that are just go boom, 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 boom. But there's ones that need to do one shot and then another shot. So you might have to be a little bit more like hold back with it, not be like
slower. Maybe slower when you're moving.
It all depends. So, and you also
Yeah.
have to know your angles and like
Mhm.
where the lighting is.
Yeah.
Which I'm getting to learn more, but it's definitely it's a talent to learn
Yeah.
or
I
a
feel
skill to learn that.
I feel like it's
Right.
something that if you're not used to, like for me, I'm not used to being in front. I didn't grow up being in front of the camera, taking a
Mm-hmm.
selfie or anything else all the time.
No one grew up
So
taking selfies except for the
now,
kids these days.
yes, they growing up taking selfies. So it's a process when you're trying to be in front of the camera and learning how to move, knowing your angles, knowing just different things. That's stuff that I'm still learning to this day. I
Yeah.
know certain movements, but I know that I can do more. But that's going to take me personally, getting out there and trying different movements and actually basically having the confidence to actually say, okay, I can try this, I can do this. And if it looks stupid, it's stupid. If it's not, it's not. Who cares? Either way, it's going to be a good shot.
Yeah. But you know what I've also realized is before a shoot, if it's a specific look where I might not feel totally comfortable that I know I'm doing already, I'll get in front of my mirror at home and just kind of like play around. And then like when I'm on set, the photographer will have some direction that they want to do, and then they'll be like, okay, now you go, and I'll be like, okay, I have this, and that, and then I'll just go. And then it's funny. I watched what is it? It was Kim Kardashian's new campaign for Skims with Paris Hilton. Two people I love.
Say that one more time.
Kim Kardashian's new campaign for Skims, her clothing brand, with Paris Hilton. They had a video talking about photo shoots, and Paris Hilton told her to request to have a mirror on set when you're shooting. Which is crazy because I swear to God, I thought of that in my mind before a shoot that I had a few days before watching that video. I was like, you read, like, we had telepathic. I know, I just need to meet them. I love them.
Well, look,
yeah, I'm going to try that for sure.
How everything's going, it's really not that hard to meet people. All you gotta do is know what event they're having and go to the event. Literally.
I know.
And then bam.
Going to meet them.
Yes.
For sure. Carly, my sister, is even more of a Paris Hilton fan. She knows like everything, all of her catchphrases, and
oh wow,
she loves it. Things like that.
So, question: what are some pros and cons that comes with being a dancer?
In general, or when it comes to modeling?
I would say general. General. Not just modeling, but general too.
In general, I guess the first thing that comes to mind would be not having a steady income. It just kind of be, people, we have to wait 30 to 90 days most times to get our paychecks. And you have to start like a rolling system where you have all these things booked. And then your first check, and then you'll be doing jobs, and then it'll just keep flowing. That's the ultimate goal. But it's just not always like that. Now with COVID, it's like start all over. But anyway, yeah, that's the downside of it. And then I guess if you don't have a contract in a Broadway show or a contract on tour with an artist, being a backup dancer, things like that, it's definitely a hustle. You have to always be going to different auditions and castings and just always hustling. Like on to the next, like never stop, so that you're always like getting those jobs, because not even any job that you go to audition for. Dance, we call it auditions. Modeling, we call it casting most of the time. Yeah. Because auditions you go and it's like hours long. I remember I went to a Beyonce World Tour audition. I forget which tour it was.
Okay.
But it was like 2 days of auditions and hours out and hours long. Like it's a lot. Most people would just leave, but you know, you gotta stay and stick it through because you never know, like if you get it, and a lot of times I do get the job. So
yeah.
you know,
So how is it? So how is it when going to audition? What's that experience like going to audition? Because I've seen, you know, the shows where it's like a dance show and they're showing you how that goes. Is it anything similar to that?
it's definitely similar to that, except for all of the enhanced drama that they make it
Yes.
on reality TV shows. I mean, drama can happen, but it's not always like that. It's usually a really good vibe. I will say in the dance world, it's a lot different when it comes to auditions than when you're going to a modeling casting, because when you're going to a modeling casting, everyone's just like staring at each other, not talking most of the time unless you know someone. And you want to make sure you look your absolute best and not like move a muscle so you look super skinny. And it's just like, it's not laid back, but what for dance, like, it's what you bring to the table. And I know for me, like I always feel my complete self when I go to dance auditions and everyone's like cheering each other on, and this is a really positive environment. And it can be hardcore, and most people are out for blood when it comes to getting a job. They want the job.
Yeah.
They're gonna put their best face on and make that happen. So you gotta be right up there with them. But when it's all like going and you learn whatever dance you do and you go in groups, like everyone cheers each other on, but it still can be nerve-wracking, but I'm a little bit more used to it.
Well, that's good that people cheering each other on, because I know in modeling, unless you know somebody or you know your group or you know the people that's from, we're not really cheering each other on. We just looking at each other. Like me, I'm the type of person where I'll definitely cheer the person on. I'll be like, yes, girl, because at the end of the day, if it's mine, I'm going to get it. If not, then I'm not supposed to get it. So, but that's good that in dance that y'all have the camaraderie to come together and say, you know what, even though we're in a competition, I can at least cheer you on, because at the end of the day, I want somebody to cheer me on too.
Yeah.
Give me the confidence to move a little extra so that I can get the job. You know?
Yeah, it's like different for the dance. In the dance world, if I did like a crazy trick or something, or somebody just liked the way I flipped my hair and it went around like really cool, they would just cheer for me. I might not even know them. They're just really supportive, just because most people that are at our age still auditioning, grinding like that to get the job are really passionate about it. So they're going to show that to other people as well.
Hey, have you ever auditioned for any like dance shows pertaining to reality TV? Have you ever done any of that?
Reality TV? I auditioned for So You Think You Can Dance when I was 18. I think it was right out of high school. I auditioned. I actually got like a story and everything, but I don't think they ever used it. Because I'm an artist, I do photorealistic oil paintings. Check out my art page, Catie's Art Link. But yeah, I brought those paintings with me in my portfolio. It was in New York, and because you know, with that show, like you have to kind of have a storyline, or they just like have to know you, or that you're really good, or something like that. And I know people in the dance world, but I didn't necessarily know that team and those judges. It was who was on it? Jason Derulo, Paula Abdul, and then Nigel, of course. But So I got to the part, like I got through the whole beginning auditions, and then I got to the filming part the next day, I think it was, or later on the day. And they did a whole interview on me and my artwork, because my photorealistic paintings are, most of them were of me behind the scenes when I was doing dance, like when I was competing, and my friends and I backstage, I would do paintings of that. So I brought those with me and I danced, and then Paula Abdul actually asked to buy one of my paintings.
Aww.
But I said no, because it was one of my best friend's painting. I know. But that's
Paula
just
Abdul, I got that.
show. No, that just goes to show that I'm a loyal friend, and doesn't matter.
I don't think your friend would have cared.
I think
she would have been happy. I think she would have been happy. Like, you know what?
I don't even think Paula would do anything. I don't. Who knows? Maybe she would take it.
She might have
use it, but who knows? I want it to be safe and where I know that it's appreciated.
I would have made another one for my friend.
I'll give her a print of it if I see her one day when we're at some kind of crazy party. I'm like, oh, hey, you remember that one time where you asked me to buy my painting? And by the way, the reason why I'm a little bit sour on it is because they cut me right after that. So I'll be like, you remember that one time you asked to buy my painting after you watched me dance and then you guys cut me? Well, yeah, here's a print for you. It's fine. They're just looking for a specific thing that year, and you just keep going back. But I think I was like doing something else or another job when the other auditions came around to New York the next year.
Okay. So
that's reality TV. I can't remember anything else I've auditioned for reality TV, but I've auditioned for a lot of TV, and I've been in TV stuff. We can get into specifics if we want, or we can go into different topics.
Hey everybody, it's Catrice Belly from When Models Talk. Thank you so much for tuning in to part 1 with Catie Whalen. And next, we'll have part 2 with Catie Whalen on the next episode of When Models Talk.